We are live with another episode of Comic Talk. It's that show brought to you by The Keeg where we talk about this week's new comic book releases. I'm your host, Dimithri Perera, with special guest...
Ambrosha!
And we're here to talk about all the comics that came out this week. For those of you who don't know, new DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, Indie Comics, all sorts of comics come out on Wednesdays, every Wednesday at your local comic shop. Go to comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you. But they all come out on Wednesdays, and we're here every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Keeg Show, or, you know, wherever you get your podcasts from, like Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever. But we're here to talk about everything that came out this week, everything that we could read. Right now, it's just Ambrosia and I, and we shall see who else shows up on today's show. But we read a lot of comics between the two of us, and so we're going to touch on everything. Ambrosia!
Hi!
How you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just getting a lot of work done, you know?
Being productive?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. It's been good.
Was this a good week for comics for you?
It was an okay week. What are you drinking?
Dr. Pepper Zero? Or
oh my God.
As I call it, DPZ.
I'm drinking Dr. Pepper Zero, but mine is coconut.
You got DPZC?
Mm-hmm.
DPCZ? DPCZ?
I do.
That's cool.
They need to sponsor us.
Yeah, I wish. I really do want to get a beverage sponsor. That'd be super cool. So we got a couple cool people out there in our chat on youtube.com/The Keeg Show. We got the Vinyl Casket saying, "Let's go, Keeg Show." And then we also got Deanna Kinney saying, "Everybody, my show is on." Ambrosia, have you met Deanna? Have you done a show with Deanna?
Oh, hi, Deanna. Yes, she is our Ireland friend.
No,
Switzerland?
One of the lands. Switzerland.
I was close, not in the United States land.
Yeah.
Which is probably safer.
We got comic fans on this show. We got comic fans off this show. And then we got comic fans that are normally on this show that are off in our chat. So if you're out there watching us live, like, comment, subscribe, follow, write a review, do your thing. Let us know you're out there, because that's awesome. We're gonna chat for a little bit. Why do you think it was an okay week for you?
There weren't I know that there are some people who guest on here who plan what date that they are going to do it based off of comics and releases and if it's a good week or not great week or what, or their favorites. I do it based off of when I have time. And this week just weren't some of my favorite comics. I feel like that there was a ton of comics that came out, and if I would have had the time, I would have read a lot more. There was a lot of issue ones that came out this week that I would have liked to check out. I just didn't have a chance. But the comics that I did read weren't some of my favorite titles.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So, I mean, first things first is that people out there mostly don't be intimidated by the fact that there's a lot of comics that come out all the time, every single week, every single month, right? You're never going to read them all. We don't even read them all. And we are as close to professional comic book readers as you can get, right?
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that was the title. I'm going to add that to my resume.
Think about it. We're pro or semi-pro comic book readers, right? And so
I would definitely say you are. Because your list that you try to get through a week is massive, and you do that every week by Thursday evening.
Yeah.
And work full time.
Yeah, I mean that sucks too. And when I say pro, it's not like pro ball.
No, you're pretty pro.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, no, but I'm not making money like that. I'm not getting signed. But if there's any sponsors out there that want to sign the Keeg Show as a podcast channel or Comic Talk as one of our podcasts, feel free. Today's episode of Comic Talk brought to you by DPZ/DPZC.
So if there's any sponsors for Dr. Pepper out there, hey.
I love Dr. Pepper. And the fact that there's zero sugar We're not getting paid by Dr. Pepper, and I just wish we were. It's so good. It's so fun to get sponsored by something that you would anyways partake in, because then you're not like selling out. You know what I mean?
This is true. I've thought about like because I see some sponsorships because I feel like TikTok sometimes recently over the past like 6 months is basically just like ads and like
Yeah.
sponsorships or like people trying to sell things.
Yeah. So
And I've always told myself I'm not going to try to sell something or like try to do something that I don't regularly do.
mhm.
So Dr. Pepper, comic books,
I mean, we're doing this anyway. That's kind of the thing about the
Legos.
podcast.
Oh my gosh, if I could get a Lego sponsor.
Oof, I would love it. That, you know. By the way, the new Spider-Verse Lego minifigures are coming out September 1st.
They've already come out.
At
Or,
certain
like,
locations.
Are you talking about the blind minifigures?
Yeah, those have come out.
I've
Like I
gotten
saw it.
two.
Yeah, I saw them at Target, but officially they're not supposed to have come out. But they
Oh,
are
I
on the
didn't
floor
realize
out
that.
there.
Yeah, I got two of them already. Where did you find them at? Tommy? Where'd you find the minifigures? Walmart.
Yeah, so Walmart and Target probably put it out early. So you know, I'm gonna grab those. All I'm saying is that like there's every so often, you know, brands will reach out to you and it'll be like, hey, we have this new energy drink called like Fire Juice. Would you like to try some? And like do a video on Fire Juice? And then you gotta like try Fire Juice, and then it's like, okay. Are you guys looking for new kiwi strawberry flavor? Try Fire Juice. And it's like, I'd rather just have Dr. Pepper Zero.
I don't know. Also, Ghost. Do you drink any Ghost energy?
No, I didn't even know that was.
So they have a Welch's grape juice energy drink, and it's literally like drinking grape carbonated juice with caffeine. It is like childhood meets adulthood. And
Oh, it's
the most
good.
beautiful. It's so good.
Okay, you're saying
that's
it's
all
good.
I drink.
Okay.
It's so good. They could sponsor me too.
Okay. Again, if anyone out there, you know, can hook us up with a sponsor, we need money for advertising. Anyway, Vinyl Casket says, I was reading singles weekly for like 3 years straight with Manny, and the list size was ridiculous. But after going to monthly and delayed reviewing, I have way more fun catching up than keeping up. Yeah, exactly. So on this show, let us do the work, and you just read whatever you want, and then watch the show, listen to the show, whatever, and we can all partake, you know?
Sorry, I forgot something kind of off topic. Now going back real quick. When I had my own podcast of comic book history lessons, I got a sponsorship from Manscaped.
I would love that.
It was so. I remember it was thrown in, and oh my gosh, it was pretty and it was interesting. It was interesting.
I would love a again.
I forgot about that.
Advertising things that we would anyways advertise. I'll advertise Manscaped for free. No, I won't.
I completely forgot about that.
They should come and pay us. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this show, you know, sometimes the show is just about keeping up. So let us do the work for you. Deanna Kinney says we need more Dimithri appreciation, showing up each and every week, giving us great content and passion for the comic community. Let's go. I mean, it's really about the comic. It's the community itself, right? Like, I'm on every episode here, but it would get so old if it was just me. So the fact that like I have amazing guests that rotate in and hopefully don't get burnt out, that's a great thing. So here's a question for you, Ambrosia. I want to know what you read this week.
Okay, so I didn't realize, I thought I read a couple more than what I actually did.
That's okay.
I read Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 20. I read X-Men issue number 21. Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 37. Phoenix issue number 14. I didn't tell, maybe I told you this.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse versus Venomverse issue number 4.
Oh, you read that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Predator Black, White, and Blood issue number 2. Emma Frost, The White Queen issue number 3. And Dr. Aphra.
You didn't say those to me at all.
No, I was just trying to think of everything that I read, or that I was planning to pick up.
Yeah.
I was hoping to. So one of my buddies told me about Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, absolute
Um,
Martian Manhunter.
yes, and
Yeah.
I have never read anything about them.
Yeah.
And so I binged the first five, um, but I haven't gotten to six yet.
Okay, that's fair. But it's totally your vibe. I can definitely see you like
It's
digging.
so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not caught up. I think I've read the first five issues. Either the first 4 or 5 issues. I haven't read this week's issues. So, I am a little bit behind when it comes to that. But let's talk about we'll definitely talk about the books that we read as opposed to the books that we didn't read. But
There was an image book that I was supposed to read too. The Invisible Man.
yeah,
And
but
I
you didn't
didn't get
get
to that
you didn't
one.
get to that one, right?
No.
Okay.
But I was really sad because that one's James Tinian.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like him.
What am I doing here? Yeah, I was really interested because Image is doing a whole line of Universal Monster books, and Invisible Man's just one of them. So I read the Frankenstein one, and I read the Creature from the Black Lagoon one. I'm trying to remember if I don't think I read the Dracula one.
Oh my gosh, I need to get those caught up because I didn't realize I like Universal Monsters.
Oh, I read the Mummy one, but I didn't get to finish it. So, this is just the new one. What did I read this week? I read Superman 29. I read Green Lantern 26. I I read it at double speed, so I only got understood 80% of it. So, I read Immortal Legend Batman #1. I read Justice League Unlimited #10. I read Mr. Terrific Year 1 #4. I read Ultimate Spider-Man 20. I read X-Men 21. I read Miles Morales Spider-Man 37. I read Green Arrow 27. I read The Mortal Thor 1. And I read Runaways 3.
Cool.
Were there other books that I had meant to read that I didn't get a chance to? Yeah. Absolute Wonder Woman 11 came out this week, and I didn't get a chance to read that. I didn't get a chance to read Robin and Batman Jason Todd issue 3, or Invisible Man, or Phoenix. You're going to have to tell me how that went. And I really wanted to read, I don't even have the cover prep for that. I didn't get to read Speed Racer #2, and I really wanted to. So, even though I read a lot, still disappoint myself.
FYI, if just to the world right now, if you hear a random child yelling, I have my 6-year-old nephew, and no matter how many times we say, he's excited. I also told him he could say hi because he says he would like to be a scientist YouTuber when he grows up. So, told him he could get a start.
Science YouTube is really cool. I've been doing deep dives on certain topics.
Oh, what kind of topics?
Specifically prehistoric topics, like the different ages of dinosaurs, and Triassic period, Jurassic, Cretaceous, Precambrian, all that stuff. So
you're so cool.
I'm trying to learn a little bit more.
I was gonna say, you could no wonder why you're so good at trivia. Not only do you work and that's what you do, but you just know all the things.
Yeah, I try. Out of all the books you read though, what's your pick of the week?
Ooh. I was really hoping it was gonna be Martian Manhunter because I've heard that issue 6 was really good, but I didn't read it, so I can't say that. I am gonna go with Ultimate Spider-Man.
Okay, if you weren't gonna pick it, I would have picked it.
You could also pick it.
That's not how the show works.
We can have the same. What if me and someone else had the same pick of the week?
Then
so be it.
I would have you guys fight.
That's for the next segment.
What are we telling the fans out there if we all just pick the same number one book? That there's only
That they need to read it.
That there's only one good book out this week?
No, but that it was it's so good that a diverse amount of people chose this one. And typically, like, most people don't. So that would tell them it was a really good book.
Okay. Deanna Kinney says, favorite dinosaur? Mine is the Brachiosaurus. Vinyl Casket, though, is on topic, saying Absolute Manhunter is so good. So yeah. Mine's Ankylosaurus, the shell kind of armored plate back dinosaur, Ankylosaurus, or Pachycephalosaurus. That one's cool too.
Mine is the pterodactyl.
Yeah, the Quetzalcoatlus. No, Quetzalcoatlus. That's the huge one. Anyway, the point being is, tell me about Ultimate Spider-Man issue 20. Let's talk about it.
So this one is written by Jonathan Hickman, which I like his writing already.
Mm-hmm.
Based off, I think that one of my first introductions to him was in X-Men.
Yeah.
But with the storyline between Peter Parker, Mary Jane, we have Harry Osborn, and Gwen Stacy, and how it unfolds with, I think this one, I feel like it's more, there's not a ton of action, but it's super emotional. As like Peter's trying to like navigate his like heroism with a family. Yeah. I don't know.
There wasn't much action. I think there
was
what, 2 stories, like 2 plot lines in this issue?
Yes. With the flashbacks?
What was the flashbacks?
I lied. I was going through other notes. Just kidding.
I'm trying to think
flashbacks.
No, it was Harry, Peter, Gwen, and MJ on
that,
having
like, dinner.
Having that dinner. And then the other part is Uncle Ben talking with what's his son's name? Richard?
I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention to their kids' names.
What is Peter Parker's son? Richard? Is it Richard Parker?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, he was having conversations with the kids.
And then that's it, right? Like, it's a really talky issue. And like, normally I would say, it's not really my jam to have a whole issue of talking.
Yeah, you're right. His name is Richard.
Okay. But like, for some reason it works here.
No, it does. And I think we've talked about this before, that sometimes when you have like too much, I think we saw it in the Storm comic book, where it was just all talking and it was like super heavy. But this was like different. I think it's like the format and like the pictures and the artwork of it, of where it just like all kind of flowed together. But also, I think the emotional part of it was there. Versus just like, here's a ton of heavy lore, or here's a ton of like heavy topic or background. But I think just because we know so much about the characters already, and their dynamic, that it made it, I don't know, it was just a good read.
Yeah. Okay.
And typically, as much as I can't stand Mary Jane, I don't mind her in this Ultimate Universe. And having them together with like, as a family dynamic, I actually enjoy them.
Yeah. Look, I'm not one to say that like Mary Jane is only interesting if she is having a relationship with Peter Parker. I just don't like Mary Jane as a plot device to torture Peter Parker. Like, if she's going to exist on her own and be her own character, let her be her own character. If, like, in All New Venom, like, I like her in All New Venom.
I do too.
Because she's her own character. She doesn't have to be with Peter Parker to be useful. That being said, if she's in Peter's life, don't use her just to torture Peter. Like, use her for have her be her own character in Peter Parker's life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. Like, I feel like a lot of the time Marvel, at least in the regular 616 Spider-Man, that's what Mary Jane's for. So in 616, I would rather him be married to Mary Jane in the regular universe, you know? But
No, I could see that. But I don't know. It was we don't typically get to see all four of them like be together.
you good?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
You good?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see if I think it'll go back to streaming soon. Okay, there we go. I didn't catch what you said, but I think
No, I just said that their dynamic is just extremely complicated. And then so having them all four together having dinner and then the tension's there. We feel
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We see it.
I was trying to think about my pick of the week because Ultimate Spider-Man 20 was really good. And it sucks that we're going to get only 4 more issues, but I think my pick of the week, it was one of 2 books, both of them DC, but I think I'm going to pick Superman 29.
All right.
Are you reading any of the Superman books, Ambrosia?
No, but I feel like I need to. Oh, okay. I have it written down. Oh no, I have Ultimate Batman written down. If I were to read a Superman book, what should be the book I'm reading?
Read Absolute Superman. I think that's a good start. It's a little less like cheerful. He's still a good person, but like normally Superman is a little bit more cheerful, you know? And like I know you're a resident edgelord and you're all about symbiotes and like
The darkness.
the darkness. So Superman isn't really like that, but like Absolute Superman has an edge to him without losing the soul of Superman. So
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I always struggled with Superman. It's because as much as I myself am a positive Polly, I don't think I like to read about positive Pollies.
Yeah. That's fair. Superman 29 though is really cool, but I like it. It's my favorite book or my pick of the week because I like the Legion of Superheroes. So I don't know if you know much about Superman lore. Are you familiar with the Legion of Superheroes?
A little bit, but not. I couldn't win trivia over it.
Yeah, they're a superhero team from 1,000 years in the future. So depending on what year the comic came out, it's roughly that, right? So like 1,000 years in the future, so 3025, and they go back in time to meet their historical idol Superman, but they end up befriending him and bringing him to the future when he was a boy. So Superboy, really, because they're all like young superheroes. So they bring him to the future. So Superboy gets to like be in the far future with the Legion of Superheroes. Then he goes back to his own time. That's kind of like roughly what Superboy does when he's younger. But because of all the reboots and everything in DC continuity, there are multiple Legion of Superheroes from different futures and timelines. In this issue, though, they do a time travel to the future and they realize that like all the Legion of Superheroes are dead of the different groups. And so this issue was a little bit darker than normal. But the art is amazing. Oh, it's so good. And it brings back Superboy Prime. Yeah, so I don't know. This was my pick of the week.
Oh, I love that. I feel like the common thread, well, I can't say much because the only absolute book I've read so far is the
Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter, yeah. But the artwork in there is incredible. And so if it's just as good as what we're seeing in that, then I can only imagine that it's just as good.
Well, I mean, it's different. It's a different style. Like Absolute Martian Manhunter is a bit more abstract.
Very much so, yeah.
The artwork in Superman issue 29 is more comic booky, straightforward, but like also very detailed. And like I'm trying to look up who it was Dan Mora. Yeah. So it's Dan Mora. Dan Mora can't do any wrong. He is the hardest working artist right now in comics, because supposedly Dan Mora, the reason he can do more than one book a month art wise, because it used to be semi impossible, is he doesn't sketch out his work. So supposedly he just skips a whole step of sketching and just draws.
Oh, interesting.
He just goes straight to inking. That's what I heard.
You should get him in for an interview and we could ask.
I should. I met him at Chicago Con C2E2. So we'll see. We'll see. So Superman 29, that was my pick of the week. You're not reading Mr. Terrific year 1, are you?
No. But I've heard good things about year 1.
Yeah. So Mr. Terrific year 1, this was also gonna be my pick of the week. Like I mean, I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. It's like the first year that Michael Holt becomes Mr. Terrific, and in this issue they bring in Bruce Wayne, who's like keeping tabs on Michael Holt. And so it's kind of a cool Mr. Terrific Batman sort of crossover issue that takes place in like the early days of both of their careers. So it's pretty damn good.
And I like year 1s, just because it's a good like restart, refresh. It's like in my opinion, just like a nice little reset.
Yeah. Like, I like year 1s just because, like, if anyone asks you, like, yeah, where do you start? It's like, yeah, okay, start like, if you want to get to know Mr. Terrific, you saw him in the Superman movie, you want to know more about him, like, read Mr. Terrific year 1. It's just the easiest recommendation. There are other recommendations, but that's the easiest one.
No, it is always fun for them to come up with.
Yeah. I'm sure, I mean, if I read Absolute Wonder Woman this week, I'm sure that would have been my pick of the week because I love Absolute Wonder Woman. But I
have that one down as well. That one has been really good. Because issue 11 came out already?
Issue 11 came out this week, but again, I can't really.
There's not enough hours in the day.
Did I get this in poster form? I think I did.
I
think I got this as a poster, yeah, at Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
I think I did. I need to find a frame for it, but it's a cool poster.
Did you get it at like one of the panels?
At the DC booth.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was too scared to even try to fight the DC booth.
Oh, that's fair. Next year.
Here's to hoping.
Yeah. What else did you read?
Let's see. Another Spider-Man, which was Miles Morales, issue number 37. Did you read this one?
Yeah. How are you liking it?
I'm liking it. I've enjoyed. I think it's always going to be hard to have like similar characters. I mean, like even though Miles Morales is his own person, and there's so much that you could do with it. It's always interesting how they are going to do it without making it seem too much as a Peter Parker storyline. And so I've really enjoyed his time with Misty Knight. But I'm really excited because at the ending we got some Black Cat action going on. And so I'm super stoked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then not to mention that we got 2 new
young characters.
Yeah. In here. I don't even know how to say the first one.
I think it's Inaki.
Oh.
Isn't it Inaki?
Oh, I thought maybe I wrote it down wrong. I wrote down like Inari.
I thought it was a K. You're right. It is Inari. Yeah. It is Inari.
And White Cat. Oh, I didn't even put 2 to 2 together. We have Black Cat and we have White Cat.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. So in this issue, yeah, we get Inari and we get White Cat. And White Cat makes bad luck happen for other people. And Black Cat makes good luck happen for her. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they're related though.
No, I didn't even put like those parallels together until we were talking about it. which is like fun about this because sometimes, yeah, those connections don't happen until right now, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, so
Um,
I love that because I personally love Black Cat. Um, and so the dynamic of Ionari
Inari,
and
yeah.
White Cat is fun. And then to add on another super thief, as in Black Cat,
Yeah.
will be fabulous.
Yeah.
So actually, like I think this was tied to my pick of the week as well.
Okay. You know that Black Cat has her own solo series right now?
Yeah, one of her issues came out last week.
Yeah. The first
I
issue.
think. Yeah. So I'm always okay with a Black Cat series. That was like one of the few times I also really enjoyed Mary Jane was they also had a series together.
Mm.
Jackpot and Black Cat.
Yeah.
But also I really think Felicia Hardy and Mary Jane, I really like them together. They do a lot of great storylines together.
Yeah. Again, it's when Mary Jane can be her own person. I think
Yes,
that's
yes, 100%. I there you go. You named it again. Like I love Mary Jane. No, I don't love Mary Jane. I like her independently. I just when she's tied to Peter Parker, it's a little different.
yeah. Yeah.
But
Um
did you like this issue?
I did. Yeah, I like this issue. I like the writer Cody Ziegler. He's really great on this. Oh, look, when it comes to these type of characters, um essentially solo characters sink or swim based off their supporting cast, right? Like Superman supporting cast, like I love Superman, but like I don't need to read a book about just Superman. Like Superman and his relationship to others is important. In a X-Men team book, they are their own supporting cast, right? Like that's how the X-Men work or the Avengers, right? Oh, I read Avengers 29. I forgot. That's on my list.
Mm.
Um and so like you need to have a strong supporting cast, and I think what's cool about Miles Morales is he has characters that are fairly new, but then he also has supporting casts that have been around since the beginning, like Genki. Like,
Yeah.
Genki is now. I was looking at the art, and there's that scene where they're playing basketball, and Genki has gotten taller. Genki has like a ponytail, and he has a
I
little
saw
goatee.
that.
And I remember when Genki was young and chubby, and like
I I
that's how
saw
far they've
that.
come, and they've aged. You know?
Yeah, he's kind of like and it's probably just how it was drawn and everything, but like he also looked like he's like grown up and he's tall
Yeah,
and he's like his own person. Like, yeah, no, that's something I noticed as well too. I
yeah,
thought that was really cool.
yeah. It was. It just it's. I like when the characters, grow up and like age a little bit, because
No,
we're aging
and
too.
you and I aren't. So
Oh, well, other than us, everybody else is aging.
everyone else is. We're pretty. I mean, I had a substitute yesterday who thought I was one of the students. And I was like, thank you so much. Thank you. But no, yeah, so that's fine for everyone else. But um no, and I think that's important, especially with a character like Miles Morales, who is fairly new. And I also think that, no, you know that also with the characters around him are also what
Yeah,
make it interesting.
yeah. Um, what else? Oh, you read.
Let's see.
Let's talk about the X-Men books that came out this week.
There's a couple of
Yeah,
them,
you read
but
X-Men 21.
I did. Um, I found it. Maybe this is an unpopular. Who's writing this one? X-Men 21. Mm.
This one, I think it. Who is writing this? I don't
Because
know.
I'll be honest, it wasn't one of my favorites.
This wasn't, but at least it gave us some classic X-Men
Oh,
kind of stuff.
Jed McKay.
Jed McKay. Yeah.
And not to be that person, but it kind of makes sense. Like I feel like he's a good like filler um off like writer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really good at giving us some like issues that are not lackluster, but also not Like it's just like a good story.
Like a solid, just kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I felt like this issue was. Um, but also it could be that just there's a lot of X-Men coming on. Um,
Yeah.
sorry. I don't know if you saw my nephew, he's trying to like slowly
Well,
get in.
well, right now I'm
Uh,
showing the comic covers right now. So
oh, fabulous. So you can't even see that. Great. No, but I thought this was a pretty like it was a good issue. But nothing really like stood out. I mean, we
yeah,
saw, your typical like struggles with mutant identity with Jen and
that's right, Jen. Yeah, the new character.
Jennifer Starkey.
Yeah. So I mean, this book is very much like if you just want to see mutants fight each other, then like this is the issue because
Yeah.
you do get to see some rando mutants in this that are part of the upstarts, which are Trevor Fitzroy's team. There's one guy who like has acid puke and like, though that reminds me of Zeitgeist from X-Force, but anyway, whatever. It's not the same
um,
character.
we got Jennifer Starkey's backstory in this too, correct?
Did
I
we?
think so. I think so.
What's her
Or her,
backstory?
well, maybe not then. How
No,
she
maybe we
feels
did.
unseen, before getting her powers, and
Mm.
like just her inner conflict.
Yeah.
And we have what Kid Omega.
What does she do? She essentially turns into different animal forms.
Yeah,
Is that what she does? Okay. Yeah.
it's like, did you ever read those books, Animorph?
Did I ever read Animorphs? I lived Animorphs.
See,
But this is not Animorphs.
but it's kind of.
No, I don't know. But okay.
I think someone who is like newer to reading X-Men, like
Yeah.
in my head, I was like, ooh, Animorphs,
This
1000%.
this reminds me of the Batman Beyond episode with the Splicers, where they like turn into half animal creatures of them. Like, you remember that?
Yeah. Or I was also gonna say Sweet Tooth, but no.
Yeah, I haven't read Sweet Tooth, but I've seen some pages.
Have you watched the show?
No.
The show is very similar to the book. But
Okay.
who wrote that one? Is sorry.
Is it Jeff Lemire?
Yes, there you go.
Is
Thank
it?
you.
Yeah.
Yes. Good job.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was a fine issue, but nothing like super what?
Okay. All right. Um, a book that I read that I mean, I might as well just touch on it. I didn't read I read it at like fast pace. Green Lantern issue 26. I wanted to read this one because I fell behind on some of the issues. So I still technically haven't caught up, but I did read this issue just cuz I saw Kyle Rayner like riding on the avatar of Will, like from the Green Lantern Corps. Like it's a whole cover of like the emotional spectrum's avatars, and that's like super cool. But then when I read it, it wasn't that good of an issue. I don't know. Maybe I'm lost, but I didn't like this issue.
Because what issue is this one?
26.
And how many issues are you behind? Are you?
Probably 5.
I don't know.
This is the
Maybe.
main Green Lantern title. I like Green Lantern Corps better, I'll be honest.
Green Lantern isn't one of my favorites. Did you just see that?
Yeah. I'll text him. Anyway, we'll
Yeah, we should let him just log on anyways.
So yeah, Green Lantern wasn't that good. But yeah, tell me a book that you really liked this week.
A book that I really liked. So for still being new to X-Men, newer, I actually enjoyed both Emma Frost and Phoenix.
Which one do you want to talk about?
Oh, which ones did you read?
Um, I didn't read either one. I'm a little bit behind on both, but I know roughly, like, I'm a couple issues behind on Phoenix, and then I only read issue 1 of Emma Frost. Let's talk Phoenix.
Well, okay, perfect. I like this one. I mean, we see Sarah Gray. She returns to, so what I've been doing now is taking notes because that just has helped me. But so we saw her, she returns, um, which obviously Jean is like, what? And then because Jean's dead long sister.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Cable, and he delivers a prophecy that Sarah's continued existence threatens the universe of survival. Um, Jean refuses to sacrifice her sister again,
Uh-huh.
which obviously, even if it meant standing against the cosmos itself, she vowed to bend reality to save Sarah, showing the depth of her trauma and longing.
Because this is a character that's been dead for a couple decades in comics, and then she just got brought back in this series, Sarah
Yeah.
Gray.
And so we see that Jean refuses to let Sarah die. And yeah, so maybe this is why I liked it. I have sisters. And so you see that bond, and doing what you need to do. We have some like emotional flashbacks with them too, which is nice to see. But I really enjoyed this issue, and now that again we're talking about it, I think it's because I have sisters, and so that connection of doing the right thing versus, or it's like the whole moral compass aspect of it.
Yeah.
What are you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
But as time goes on, I like Jean more and more.
I like, first thing, it also helps that the art in this series is really good.
Oh, it's so good.
But like, Stephanie Phillips is writing this book, and I think she's doing a great job. I like the idea of it's tough with the Phoenix being like a cosmic force, but at the same time, like making her feel human and kind of like having empathy and compassion and all that stuff. So, that's cool. On the flip side, though, Emma Frost, how are you liking Emma Frost?
I'm surprised that I actually enjoy it. I feel like she's not a character that I would typically like to read or like even think that this might be really mean of me, but not deserves, that's the wrong word. That she would have a good like standalone. But this standalone has been pleasantly like entertaining. I like the whole Hellfire Club. Um, I think again this goes back to like all the characters, the side characters we have because we have was it Lou? Lou Wu
Are you
Han?
saying something?
Yes, Lou Wu Han.
This is a character?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
He's the leader of, or she's the leader of the Hong Kong branch of the club, of the
It must
Hellfire
be
Club.
a new character for this series. I've never seen her.
Oh, well, between the issue 1 that you're on into issue 3, we're introduced to her. And so watching them together is fun, and watching Emma establish her power in the Hellfire Club while also investigating a mole.
Yeah.
Um,
Is the mole Tessa? Because so it's funny because this is a flashback series, right? And so like this is taking place when Emma Frost is on the Hellfire Club. But at this time, for anyone who knows X-Men lore, Xavier has a mole in the Hellfire Club, and that is Tessa, who is now known as Sage. She's like a living computer. And so Sage is on the X-Men teams in current day. Back in the day, she used to be in the Hellfire Club. So I think they're alluding to the fact that Tessa is the mole.
That'd be really cool because, I mean, you're 1,000% correct, but I didn't realize how much further it all went back and how much it intertwined.
Well, because Emma Frost being on the Hellfire Club, or in the Hellfire Club, this is around the time where like Wolverine and Storm first like joined the X-Men. Like this is, I would say,
Back in the day cafe.
10 to 15 years ago. Like
That's wild.
Well, it's also wild to think like how old is Emma?
Mm-mm.
Is this young like 20-year-old Emma?
Here's the thing. It's going back to like comics. I always just assumed she was the same age. Like to me, sometimes they don't age.
That's because the artist, unless the artist specifically depict them with like aging characteristics, you know.
Which they won't, but especially Emma Frost. But
unless you're an artist that accidentally does it. Like, do you ever read New X-Men? Like Frank Quitely, he makes everybody look old.
Oh,
like everybody just
he's
looks
like no one gets a beauty filter. No one gets a beauty filter in my comics.
Yeah, so you know, it is what it is. Okay, so that's Emma Frost. I like Emma Frost, but I didn't read this one. Shout out to BP out there in the chat on YouTube.
Hi, BP.
Are you reading Runaways?
No. What is that one? Should I be?
Wait, have you ever read Runaways? You know what Runaways is?
No. I know briefly what it is, but I've never read it or got into like the lore of it.
So this is a series that's been around since like 2004 or so, but it starts and stops, right? Like
this is a silly question. Wasn't it a TV show?
Yeah, they did a TV show of it.
I think that was like my first introduction to them.
Yeah. So the original premise of Runaways is that these kids, they barely know each other, but they see each other once a year when their parents get together for a party. So these are kids that like some of them go to the same school, some of them don't. They're like varying ages, but they're all roughly, kids. And so what ends up happening is, they only see each other once a year when their parents get together at a party. What they don't know is that party is a once a year sacrifice that the parents sacrifice a girl to an elder god for power. And so then they realize that, their parents are murderers. They go on the run. While they go on the run, they realize that each set of parents are a different type of supervillain, and together they're a big crime organization that is like California's crime organization, like supervillain crime. So each of them some of them inherit powers, some of them inherit technology, so on and so forth. So the Runaways is a series, like this might be the 4th or 5th volume of Runaways. And this is Runaways issue 3 that ties in with One World Under Doom. So people who are fans of the characters like me, that I've been reading these characters for like 20 years or whatever, like they're a little bit older. They've probably aged maybe like 3-4 years, but it's kind of cool,
That sounds great. Is this through DC?
No, this is Marvel.
Shut up.
Runaways is Marvel. You didn't know this?
No, I learned so much. Yeah, no, I've never watched it before. Or I've heard of it, but I've never read it before. But I should.
It's fun. It's cute. It's fun. It's very LA. Like they try to show a lot of LA, and even in this issue, they bring up the fires that happened recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's sad, but also I really like when they're able to bring
like real life stuff.
Yeah.
Make
it relatable.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to talk about Absolute Martian Manhunter? Issue 6?
You didn't read it either, right?
Oh, no. You didn't read issue 6, but you read up to 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I haven't read any of the Absolute. I have it on my notes that I need to read it, but one of my buddies was just super like, you need to read it. Down to like last week, he was like drunkenly showing me like page by page and going into detail about what the colors meant. And so I was like, okay, I need to just do it. And it's so good.
It's a really good book. I'm just 1 issue, 2 issues behind. So I'll catch up.
Same.
You didn't read Immortal Legend Batman?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what it is?
Mm-mm.
So there's, I guess, a subgenre of Japanese anime / manga called tokusatsu, which is kind of like, as far as I know, and I'm not the expert on this, but like, so Power Rangers are like Sentai. It's another subgenre, but Sentai is a subgenre of tokusatsu. But essentially, it's like Japanese superheroes, like armored suits, spirits, monsters fighting, right? Like that's kind of like roughly it. So this is like close to Power Rangers, right? So this is a DC Elseworlds book that I read this week, Immortal Legend Batman issue 1, and it tells its own story. And so it doesn't go the easy route and just kind of like give us a Batman story and just change a couple things to make it kind of Japanese-ish. No, it takes place in the future. There's spaceships that take you to different planets, and they develop their own lore that there are always 3 immortal legends at a time. One is the Way of the Bat, the Way of the Robin, and the Way of the Nightwing. And so there's 3 different immortal legends, and one of them is Bat, Robin, or Nightwing. So there's like this whole thing. And then there's this like demon thing called the Two-Faced, and it's Two-Face, right? Like there's these like shadow monsters that come out. So
That's cool.
yeah, I mean, for people who are a fan of that, and I'm not really a fan of that, but I like Batman, so what am I going to do? Like, not read it? No, I'll read it, I'll give it a shot. But if people, people who like that sort of thing, the art is amazing. And, the story, if it tickles your fancy, let it tickle your fancy.
So you read it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I'm interested to see where it goes. If it stays interesting, then yeah, I'll continue with it. What else did you read?
Let's see. I also read Predator, Black, White, and Blood. Did you read this one?
I read the first one and I liked it. Because what's cool about this is normally it's black, white, and blood, and that would just be black, white, and red colored. But because predators have green colored blood, they also allow for a splash of green in the coloring.
Which is cool because that's the first time that we've seen that.
Yeah. Yeah. I read the first issue. Is the second issue good?
Yes. It follows the anthology from issue 1. So it goes right into issue 2. So we have the story Bloodwood, by Joe Kelly, Ki Me by Curtis Baxter, and then what was the third? Oh, The Expedition by Steve Fox.
Okay.
And so they all just follow through from the first anthology into the second. So anyone who likes anthology and Predator, this is a great one.
Okay. All right.
Did you like issue 1?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, enough. Did you watch the new animated movie that came out?
No.
Oh, it's so cool.
Is it?
It's called Predator, and I'm not even a big Predator fan. I'll read Predator comics, but like
same with Alien, right?
Yeah, because I can deal with horror comics, but like horror stuff, like Predator can sometimes, heads can explode, and I'm just like, don't really. That's not my thing. But like in the comics or in the cartoon, I mean, the same thing happens in the cartoon movie, but like it's called Predator Killer of Killers, and it's 3 different time periods about a person, a human being fighting a predator in 3 different time periods. One is like feudal Japan, one is in like Viking, like, Norway, and the other one is World War II. I think it's like World War II airplane pilot.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And so there's some really, really cool things that happen in that movie. So anyway, if you like Killer of Killers, read Black, White, and Blood because it does very similar things. Or if you like Black, White, and Blood, watch Killer of Killers.
And that's where I struggle with because I struggle with animation in general.
You would like this one. It's fast and it's clean and it's like slick. Like the fight scenes,
Where is it streaming?
That's on Hulu.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What else did you read?
I read The Mortal Thor.
How did you like
issue
that one?
number 1.
Because we had the Immortal Thor.
Yeah.
Now we have the Mortal Thor.
Yeah, we had yeah. And because I don't know what happened in the previous series, but in this character has amnesia. It's classic, like, oh, Thor's stuck on Earth, he has amnesia, he doesn't know his powers, what's going on? But I don't know where this is gonna go. But it's basically this buff blonde guy literally beating people, I think, to death with a hammer. Like, he gets attacked by these thugs, and he just has a hammer because that's his job. He's like, whatever, construction worker, whatever, and like he beats them up with a hammer, and that's like literally just the first issue.
Good for him.
It's weird. It's a mystery, kind of. There's a couple questions there, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like this series. It was a good issue, but I don't know whether I'll like it ongoing. You know?
Yeah. And I feel that way towards the Spider-Verse versus the Venomverse. I read issue 4. Was that issue 4 that came out? Yes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my favorite. I'll be honest, the series hasn't been my favorite. Typically, I'm all gung-ho for the Venomverse and all of the symbiote things, but sometimes we don't need it. And this is a series that we don't need.
Yeah. That's fair.
But so it was fine. I think, what is this, an ongoing series or is this
No, this is not gonna be on. Like, they do a lot of like the Spider-Verse, Venomverse miniseries.
Yeah, so which I'm glad. I really thought that issue 4 was going to be the last one, but I think that we have another. Maybe they'll stop at 5. But it's fine. You're not missing much. You could skip this one.
Yeah, I mean, I was anyways gonna skip it. I don't think any of the multiverse doesn't matter unless you make it matter. So like, I think like Spider-Verse, the movies, it makes the multiverse matter.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of these books, they're just kind of like, oh, here's this version of, like a ninja Venom, and it's like, okay, I guess.
I'll never forget, I hated Venom Space Knights. I had that comic, or I had that series in my classroom for my middle schoolers because I was like, guys, I don't like this one, but they loved it,
Yeah.
which was great. Because honestly, that's like right at their level. It's Venom in space.
Yeah. Is that Flash Thompson?
Yeah. Yes, he was in there as well. But I stopped reading that and I just gave it to them. But this is like one of those series where they're doing too much when we don't need to.
Yeah.
They don't even need to be doing anything.
Like, yeah, I told you that I'm a fan of all new Venom right now, and then I'm also a fan of Eddie Brock Carnage, because I think that they're doing a really good job with those series. That
I would agree.
I don't necessarily need Spider-Verse versus Venomverse. It kind of, it was like, remember when like Spider-Verse was like the first miniseries ever with all the different spider people, and then they had like Spider-Geddon, and then they have like, you know, and they kept having like these like miniseries events where all the Spider-Men from different multiverses, you know, universes of the multiverse get together, and then now they've done so many that now they're not even treated as special events. Like, they're not crossover events. They're just kind of like
events. It's just a regular.
It's just like,
And I blame the King in Black. I feel like that was the event that kind of put everything to. They should just stopped.
Yeah, because again, Marvel will do a thing. I don't know whether DC does anything similar to this, but Marvel will do a thing where suddenly everybody gets blah blah blah. So like, they'll be like, everybody becomes a spider. Remember that? Like Spider Island. Everybody becomes a spider. All the heroes that you know become spiders. Then there's also one where all the heroes that you know become Hulks. Then there's one where all the heroes you know get the Venom suit. All the heroes you know get poisons. Like, remember poisons? They're like the opposite of Venoms.
Well, and then it kind of like throws away like what is even having the purpose of like a what if comic when literally they're going to do mini series of basically what ifs without calling them what ifs.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
It's exhausting.
yeah, I think they did a crossover once where like everybody gets an Iron Man armor, right? Like, what are you gonna like? Do we need that? I don't know.
I feel like some of these I just feel like you're at a child's birthday party and this is like what they wish for. Like everyone is going to be Hulk.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's
But
fine.
yeah, so I haven't liked this issue or this
Yeah,
series at all. But no, you're absolutely right that the Eddie Brock Carnage and the main
all new
Venom,
Venom. Yeah,
yeah, has been really, really good.
yeah.
So that has
Um,
been a positive.
I'm also reading Green Arrow 27, and Green Arrow this run has been really good. It's really like topical. Basically, there's a villain that is hunting drug dealers and injecting them with that drug, not their drug, but like a new drug that like they OD on. And
What?
like and it's a this killer is an archer. So he's like a red archer of some sort. And so Oliver Queen has to find it. And then also the idea that like do you let the drug dealer die of an overdose or do you save them? And it's like you save them. That's what a good person would do. You're not unless you're the Punisher. Like this idea that like Oliver Queen is a man for the streets, like in the best way possible. Like he is there fighting for the everyday man. Are you familiar with Oliver Queen, Green Arrow?
No, no, not at all. When it comes to a lot of the DC stuff, it's you guys have introduced me to so many new characters.
Oliver Queen is Green Arrow, and he's a lot different than the CW show. He is the most liberal superhero of DC. He's very much for the people. He's even though he's a billionaire or he was a billionaire, I don't think he is right now. He helps people like off the streets, right? Like that's he is he's supposed to be Robin Hood, right?
Okay.
And so that's kind of his thing. So
Cool.
this series has been really good. There's only a little bit of action in this issue, but for the most part, it's been a good issue.
Cool.
Yeah. Um, did you read Star Wars Doctor Aphra Chaos Agent?
I did. Well, I read part of it.
Okay.
Um,
She teams up with
but
Han Solo.
she
That's
does.
cool.
Yeah, which is always fun. Let's see, what did I read in there? Just I think like the main part was that, we have Afra with Han Solo. Um, which I always felt like that her and Han would like they're very similar.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so watching
she's kind of like
them
a bad Indiana Jones, but in Star Wars.
literally like between the humor, her artifact hunting, I feel like there are a ton of aspects of Indiana Jones
Yeah.
um in this, which is really funny because uh fudge what's his
Harrison
wait,
Ford.
thank you, plays Indiana Jones as well as Han Solo.
Yeah.
So I think watching all of that, it's like a mirror image of Han Solo
Mm.
and like himself, but in a different form
Yeah.
into that. And like it just because you have like two, because typically you have Han Solo who is the um comedic relief, but they're both like the same.
Mm.
So it's fun to watch them like um uh banter back and forth. But also like you see her I think a lot of people would enjoy Dr. Aphra, especially for one, her character in itself, but because you get to see her like flirt with women, which sometimes we don't always get to see in the
Yeah.
Star Wars realm. And so you definitely see like her queer identity being highlighted in that, and her exploration of relationships. But overall, like this is just a fun Star Wars book. If you like
Yeah.
Han Solo, if you like Dr. Aphra, it's good.
I need Dr. Aphra in live action.
Oh my gosh, I have been waiting for that for so long.
I don't know what
I
they're
love
waiting
her.
for.
I don't
Like,
know either. I mean,
strike while the iron's hot. Like, come on.
I am very surprised that we haven't seen a live action Dr. Aphra. I keep waiting in like somewhere in like just somewhere for her to pop up at all in the like all of the Disney Star Wars stuff because she would be such a good character to have. And so many people are like tired of some of like the same things, but she needs to be highlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, I would love that.
Was that the last book that you read from your list?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just had one more, and that's Justice League Unlimited issue 10. This one is just good and hard to explain what's happening in this book, and then in the Superman book, they're gearing up towards like Darkseid coming back from the absolute DC universe. Darkseid is taking over the Legion of Superheroes. So both books this week, Superman 29 and Justice League 10, kind of deal with a little bit of that. So, it is what it is. I liked it. Not much to talk about yet, though.
Yeah, because what issue is it?
10.
10? Okay.
Yeah, but they've had big old crossovers since it started. So they had like a big old crossover event. So
Was it a good crossover event or was it like a Venom crossover event?
I mean, anything's better than a Venom crossover event, so it's all right.
It's funny.
I think that's all the books that we read this week. Obviously, there are other books out there that people may have read that came out this week, but we didn't get to. So
there were so many books that came out.
There's a
this
lot
week.
of books. There was 25 Marvel books out this week, and there was 13 DC books. Not to mention all the Image books that I didn't get to read and didn't get to
Same.
cover,
Same. No, I mean, we only can do so much.
Yeah. Ambrosia, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show and taking time out of your Thursday to be here with me and with everybody out there who is watching either, live on youtube.com/The Keeg Show or listening to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts from, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, SoundCloud. No matter whether you're watching us or listening to us, thank you, Ambrosia, for, taking time to spend it with us.
No. Thank you for setting it all up.
Thank both of us.
Thank you.
Doing this show.
Cheers to us. Cheers to us. our DP.
Yeah, cheers. DPZ and DBZC.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can't just stop at DP. We have to continue the acronym. But yes, this episode brought to you by Dr. Pepper Zero and Dr. Pepper Zero Coconut.
Literally the best.
So. Ambrosia, before we get going, where can we find you? What do you got coming up? Anything you want to plug?
You can find me as Comics and Cupcakes on TikTok and Ambrosia_Linda on Instagram. And I think in terms of like things coming up, I think I'm just going to be like reading comics and sharing about them.
Awesome.
What about you? Oh.
Are you doing more TikToks and stuff?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan, yeah. So we'll see.
Okay.
As long as we still have one, because what is that, like the September 5th? I think that's when things go back to the White House, or...
For what?
Because we had an extension to see if TikTok is gone forever.
Oh.
So, for the time being.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Ambrosia. For anyone out there who wants to follow me personally, you can follow me on Instagram at This Is Dimithri. But, if you're here for the Keeg, the channel, the multiple podcasts that we do, follow us on social media at The Keeg Show on social media. TikTok and Instagram are our two biggest ones, but we're also on Threads and Blue Sky and all that at The Keeg Show /The Keeg Show, patreon.com/The Keeg Show. If you want to subscribe and help us out, it's really just like advertising money and that sort of thing. Maybe I can put it towards getting an editor and whatnot. So, we'll see how the Patreon goes. If you are looking for comics, go to comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you, pick up any of these comics that we talked about, and more at your local comic shops. Support your local comic shops and support your local public libraries. Those are two big things you got to support, right?
Absolutely.
So definitely do that. If you're not following Ambrosia, follow Ambrosia. there's a lot of cool things coming up, so definitely stay tuned for more information. Want to thank Deanna Kinney out there. Want to thank Vinyl Casket. Want to thank BP out there for being awesome in our chat. That is pretty much it. Yes. Thank you everybody for watching and or listening. Once again, I am your host, Dimithri Perera, and this has been Comic Talk for the week of August 28th, 2025. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Super fast, gotta beat the boss and get the loot, 'cause it's the king.